Nick Starkel, I don't know if you remember him.
How did today go? Chad said you took all your reps with the ones today?
Yeah, today was good. It was really good, moving the football pretty well. We're still doing a little bit of split field stuff, so we're doing 1s and 3s and 2s and 4s, and we've been rotating, since camp's starting, so it was a good day today.
He hasn't budged on naming a starter. Is tomorrow super huge for this?
Yeah, I think every scrimmage is big, especially for the quarterback position, and just, us being able to feel what it's like to be in a game almost with them. Last scrimmage was a little different, a lot of first downs, and you didn't really get a feel for how the offense could work when you get on drive going, but I think tomorrow is going to be really good sense of how we can get our tempo going and everything.
I think us and the media and fans are making a big deal out of who's going to start. How do you guys handle it in that room?
It's not really even talked about in the room. We've been rotating, same rotation since day one, and we know, coach is evaluating everything we do, and so we've just been on our toes and just, been attacking everything.
You guys both expect to play in the opener?
I don't really know. We'll see how that goes. It's on the coaches. That's their decision.
Was today the first day you got all reps of one?
No, it wasn't. We've been splitting. Every day has been different. He'll go with them Monday, I'll go Tuesday, he's Wednesday, I'm Thursday. It's just every day we've been switching the whole camp.
The chance that you had moved the ball sequences, how do you feel like you performed in those?
I feel like I've done pretty well in those. I feel like they've done actually very well. That's where I think I thrive the most, is being able to keep the offense going, up-tempo, keep the drive going, really.
The receiving core is a little bit dinged up right now. Does it feel a little bit different the last couple of days?
We're still doing split fields, and so you can definitely sense that the guys are a little more tired, obviously not having as many pure numbers out there. But we have guys stepping up, making plays left and right. From TQ to Traylon Burks to Trey Knox, Mike Woods, Devion, all those guys, they're really stepping up, and it's great to see them, the older guys, bring those younger guys up and say, hey, look, it's your time now. So that's really encouraging.
Nick, is there any specific area that you really focused on in camp that you felt like you needed to brush up in order to compete for the starting job?
Definitely my timing. I felt like I needed to work on my timing and my footwork, mainly my foot placement, being able to, go from handing the ball off to, if I pull it, being able to pull up and have my feet set all ready to throw. That's been the biggest thing for me, is really just footwork and knowing where to put my feet, how to not get stepped on by a running back, when they're taking their tracks and stuff like that. And I think that I've done a good job progressing in that so far through camp.
Coach Moore said that you've caught up with the playbook pretty much. What do you feel like you guys are excelling at right now? The running game or the passing game more?
I'm a quarterback, so I'm going to say we're better at passing. But obviously we have 4 or 5 really good running backs that can make some plays for us. And so I think that we're going to be a pretty balanced team. We're going to definitely have those threats that we can throw the ball down the field with, and we'll be able to run the ball as well.
Have y'all applied any Portland State scouting into practice yet?
We have done a little bit of Portland State. A lot of the end of the fall camp is really where we get into game prep. So we've been prepping for both Portland State and Ole Miss as well. It's usually what teams do.
Yeah. What do they do? What do they run?
Portland State?
Yeah.
Oh, they run a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of untraditional stuff, bear fronts. You guys probably don't know what that means. But, yeah, they run a bear front, a lot of man coverage, so we're looking to throw the ball a lot that game.
What is a bear front?
A bear front is where the center and the 2 guards are covered, and then there's stand-up or just true ends on the outside. So it's a 5-man front. Pretty much it's big on big, and they're playing man behind it. So you know what they're doing every time.
How do you think the progression of the offensive line has been, especially with some movement, with some injuries and stuff?
Offensive line has definitely picked it up. They had a little chip on their shoulder going into fall camp, and they knew that was an area that they could step up, especially pass protection, and they have definitely answered that call to action. They've been terrific in these scrimmages, giving us enough time to throw the ball, and I see that going well into the season.
What have you seen from the defense as you go against them every day in practice?
Yeah, our defense, they got a lot of fast players. Scooter Harris leading that defense. He's not just a really intelligent player, he's super fast as well. He can make plays left and right. He knows where the football is going. And the thing about Coach Chavis's defense is that with a middle linebacker like that, you can kind of free range and make plays pretty much in all the defenses that he's had. He's had a Mike linebacker that's probably had 2 or 3 picks, a couple maybe pick sixes in a year, and that's just freedom that he gets in that defense. And so he's been making a lot of plays over there and making it pretty hard for us to throw across the middle.
Nick, you'd said that when I talked to you on media day that you feel more comfortable throwing a 50-yard bomb than a bubble screen. How big is it for you to have guys like Knox and Burks and guys that can go up and get it in this offense, being that sensitive you want to throw deep?
Oh, it's huge. We're installing those plays and can't give too much away, but we're definitely going to be forcing the ball down the field. Not forcing the ball. We're going to be throwing the ball down the field this year. We got guys that are going to go up and make the plays as well.
How much has it helped you having a guy like Ben who kind of knew the offense already to bounce stuff off of and then to compete with that on the field?
It's good. He's been in the offense and he knows it, and I feel like I know it. And I've been learning this offense since May, and so I had coaches teach me the offense, and we got coaches here for a reason. But it is good to have another person who has been on the field and can kind of give you a little bit of the ins and outs that maybe the coaches aren't communicating clearly enough.
How much do those so-called volunteer workouts help in, just incorporating yourself with the team and stuff?
Right, the player-led workouts, those are awesome, and that really just got us going off on the right foot. We realized what we needed to work on quickly out there in the summer because we're going against our defense every day, whether it's 7-on-7 or just no pads, team versus team, and we can see exactly what we need to work on, and those are really so helpful. I mean, that's like having a whole season in the off season, really.
Is that something you focused on coming in later? You want the team behind you to get to know the guys, but as a quarterback, it's important to have that. Right,
definitely. And I'm bad with names, so it took me a while to try to learn everybody's name. But first names that I tried to learn was the O-line, because they got to have your back first, and no matter what, they got to have your back. So I was definitely learning all those guys' names and getting a connection with them so they can trust me and I can trust them.
You've been in quarterback battles, I guess, every year of your career. So this is nothing new for you? Any anxiety with that?
No anxiety at all, really. I mean, it's all going to play out. I believe that, whatever happens, it is what it is, and it's just a game of football. There's always a quarterback competition unless you're in the league and you're like Tom Brady. But even they're still competing, but it's just a little different.
As a competitor, would you rather have somebody always there pushing you or an unquestioned starter type of role?
I think that in the offseason, it's always good to have someone that you're competing against the whole time. But during the season, I think you got to, have that confidence as a starter and not have to worry, week to week. I've seen it both ways, though. And I want to be a coach one day. And as a player, I just feel like I have more confidence whenever it's not you don't know if you're starting until the day before the game every week. Now, I understand the first game's a little different because, you don't know who your starter is yet. But week to week, I don't like that really every week kind of question mark.
Did you hear Warren's comment last week about how you have no neck? Kind of joking around with you.
Yeah, I think my pads just are up a little bit too high, maybe. I don't know. Jack Lindsay and I have the same pads, and somehow he looks different in them than I do.
Was it stress man or stretch? What did he say?
He probably called me Stretch. I don't know. I don't listen to any of that. He's over at my house every day, though, and he's been actually working really hard. Comes over to my house after every practice, and we'll watch all the practice film, and we'll watch some game film, stuff like that, and just, he's asking me, hey, what do I need to be to be a guy that you trust, and we've just been working on that every day.
Two more. Many of the receivers talked about the difference in quarterback play, like where the quarterback situation was last year compared to now.
How they talked about it?
With you or anybody?
As a team, in general, we've just talked about how we're in a lot better situation this year. And we know that. That was Coach Morris's goal this offseason, was to go out and get guys that put us in a better situation. And so that's definitely happened, and everybody's taken notice of that. You can definitely just hear that from really the defensive side of the ball talking about it. They're like, well, shoot, we got guys that'll throw it deep this year that will throw it over our head and that are going to make smart plays. And so that's, it's really big to have a defense that trusts you like that.
We've talked to you about it before, but just how mobile do you think you can be in this offense, and what have you been able to show in camp?
I think I can be mobile enough.
No, I mean, but like if you need to and just the ability to take off.
Yeah, no, if I have to. I think I will, definitely.
Thanks, Nick.